Hi, I'm Josh Ellsworth with Stahl's CAD-CUT Direct. Weeding heat transfer materials can be time-consuming if you don't have the proper technique for completing this job. We can save you a lot of money in labor costs and have you producing more designs per hour just by taking some simple tips and executing them in production. First, it all starts with the Stahl's Easy Weeder, which is our tool that we suggest for weeding. No more X-Acto knife, no more tweezers, no more thumbtacks. The Easy Weeder is built with a curved edge that allows you to actually penetrate the material and begin to lift it up from the corner. First, I don't recommend scraping the material to get it started on the edge. This sort of clawing motion doesn't work very well for weeding. You want to hold the weeder point at an angle, penetrate the material, turn and lift to start weeding. Let me show you that one more time on another area of our design. Penetrate the material, holding the material flat against your table, and begin to lift, weeding away the excess. The Stahl's Easy Weeder is also great for picking out the center of different designs. So after I clean up this design, I'll show you a technique for removing the centers that will help to speed things along. Let's weed this design first. Once your major components have been weeded and pulled away, you want to start to remove the different cavities from the letters. With the Stahl's Easy Weeder, this can be very easy using the same method we showed you before and just letting the different inside components build up on the weeder. There's no reason to clean it off in between every pick. You can let 5 to 10 different inside components build up on the weeder and then clean it off altogether. Just penetrating the material and letting it move up the point of the weeder. Cleaning it off and then beginning again. Not stopping and starting after every single cavity will help to speed up your production. The next tip I want to give you is the strategy of which way to pull against your design when you're beginning the weeding process. And I've cut a couple designs to show you the difference here. For this first example, I'm going to show you the incorrect way to do it, which is actually starting the weeding and pulling against the back side of my letters. You can see how I'm getting a lot of breaking when I'm weeding, and this will especially happen on thin heat transfer materials, and then I have a lot of cleanup work to complete. If I take that same piece of text and flip it the other way to begin weeding towards the inside into the cavities of the letters, you'll see how much easier it is. You're still going to have a little bit of breaking, but ultimately, once you get it going, it will remove much easier, resulting in a lot less cleanup work. So always weed into the cavities, not against them when you're starting a design. Now sometimes you'll have large designs where you won't be able to really figure out which way to start weeding. I mean, always weed into the letters, but if there's a lot of components to the design, or if you've nested up a lot of designs, this can become challenging. So let me show you some techniques and ways to utilize weed borders on this design in order to make it easier to work with. Everybody is probably familiar with a weed border and how you would use it around individual pieces of text, but how about within the context of a design? Here I'm weeding a large design. Pulling away the major components altogether here. Very little breaking happening. That's because I've strategically utilized a weed border around the details on the design. So this is all part of one design, the Colonials design. It actually says cheerleader within this weed border, but I placed a bounding box or a square cut line around the whole small text element so it wouldn't be breaking or letters wouldn't be lifting up on my major pull area, and I can go back and individually weed this section to get better control of what's happening and pay more attention to what's happening. And when you pull the material in strips, it's a lot easier to manage without breaking. So I suggest using weed borders or bounding boxes within the design, especially for small details that you want to manage separately. This will speed up production a lot. Stahl's CAD-CUT Direct sells factory direct heat transfer materials designed for ease of weeding. We hope these tips and tricks for speeding up weeding will help. To start weeding faster, purchase the Stahl's Easy Weeder by visiting stahls.com. Thanks for watching.